again from the Big Toy Auction, bringing you another behind-the-scenes look at some of our next comic book auction. We're going to take you backstage over here as we go through each of the items that we're going to be bringing from your auction. We like to show you at least the front and the back of each one, and we give you a little bit more than you'll see in the catalog. In the catalog, you just see the front and back photos. Here, you're going to have an opportunity to see a little bit more of how the light shines off of it. It'll give you a better idea of any kind of spine roll or creasing. You can see the corners, etc. So sit back, relax, join us as we go through these. We're going to go through them as quick as we can while we take the photos for the catalog, and you're going to get an opportunity to see everything that's coming up. Now, we encourage you, if you like what you see, please like, share, follow. Following is the best way to make sure that you're going to see the other upcoming updates, some toy auctions, some jewelry auctions, comic books, of course, and more of the like. If you know somebody that enjoys these kind of items and is looking to catch one or two pieces for their collection, by all means, share it and like it, and leave a comment to let us know. Also, leave us some comments to let us know how we're doing, or how I'm doing, rather, as we love to make these auctions the best experience for you. So without any further ado, we are going to jump into, we've got some pretty neat items coming up for you. We're going to be going over them right over here as we go through these. If I can make it work right. There we go. We're going to be going through some of these right over here. You'll have an opportunity, as I said, to see the front and the back of each item as we go through, but we're also going to have an opportunity to show you the way the light shines gives you the best opportunity to see any major nicks, dents, crushes, tears, etc. As always, any of these items will be available at our next auction. You can see the information for that right down here at TheBigToyAuction.com. And of course, we will be going, we'll be putting that information in on our website, as well as in the comments section and throughout our page. So you can always head right on over there. You can bid on those items right now, right up until the moment we go live. We suggest to you that you come to the live auction. You can do that through your computer. You can do that through your mobile device. And that will be the best experience in terms of getting to win those items and take them home. But we make it convenient for you. You can leave any of your pre-bids right now and then walk away. We'll let you know afterwards. We'll send out an email if there are any that you win. Either way, up to you, and we hope that you will enjoy. Now, without any further ado, we're going to jump right into it here. We're going to start right here with some Batman and Superman. Batman Confidential, The Undead, number 48 here. Of course, you have Batman and Superman, as you'd expect. In all of these, I'm going to go through it as quick as we can while we take the photos. So you can see right there. Make sure the shutter release is working. We'll move it around in the box for you so you can see the corners. You can see the edges, and you can see the spine. Show that all right there for you. Nothing really to look at on the back cover, but we take pictures nonetheless just to make sure that you're seeing everything as we see it. We don't like to hide anything from you, and we certainly don't want to keep you out of the loop. Next up, we have Lone Wolf and Cub from First Comics. Some great stuff out of the 80s. Loved this back then when it came out. Love it now. Captured by Frank Miller, who was a hot shot at the time. Careers have changed dramatically since then, but man, this was pretty cool. Great artwork. It is black and white, as you can see inside. It tells the story of Ito Agami, the baby cart assassin. Later made into a movie, of course. And then, of course, a remake of it starring Tom Hanks. As a mafia hitman. A little bit of a take on the old story. It was later worked into Kill Bill. There's a section at the very end, without giving too much of that movie away, if you haven't seen it in the past 18 years, where they use clips from, or at least the soundtrack, the sound clips from this movie. So there you go. That is Lone Wolf and Cub. We're going to move on here to Marvel Age. Check that out, folks. This is the 50th anniversary one, so it itself is quite old. This was sort of an in-house magazine that they made available to fans back in the day that just told you what was coming up. Now with the internet, I don't know how necessary or useful a magazine like this would be, but great stuff. At the same time that in other publications you might see they were getting a little bit of heat over their treatment of Jack Kirby, here they are talking about Simon and Kirby as well as Stan Lee in this one. And this is what, number 95 if I'm not mistaken. Let me find my place in the catalog. So you had an opportunity to look that over. Yeah, here we go. And we'll show you the back of it. We'll show you the, of course, the spine, the corners, edges. We've got some older silver and gold age comic books coming up. We're significantly more aware, of course, in many cases, those golden ones. We'll expand the box a little bit so you can see a little bit more. You don't really need it. These are mostly just stuff you want to read, so we don't focus on it too much. But we show you everything that you might need to know or want to know about this, and that is Marvel Age number 95. Moving on here to a little bit of independent stuff. This is a book called The Realm. Some sword and sorcery, sword and sandals at least, stuff right here. Let me find my notes real quick. We got Guy Davis on this one, Sandy Schreiber. It's always fun to look at some of these older ones like this and see what was going on back then in the day. If you're a friend of if you are a fan of independent comics, then these are always the kind of things that you want to see. All right. So we'll show you that right there. A little bit of wear on this one. Show you some little bit of spine issue right here, as you can see. And I'll do it here so it's a little bit clearer. There you go. I'll show you the corners. And we'll get a couple of shots of the back here for the catalog. Just to make sure. And that ought to do it for that one. We're going to move on here to some more mainstream stuff. Here is The World of Krypton. Number 1, first issue of, I believe, 4, if I'm not mistaken. And John Byrne, Mike Mignola, doing some of the heavy lifting on this one. Fun little, I believe this is World of Krypton, a later volume. This is volume 2 or volume 3. I believe it had been done before earlier. But this was their take on it. You may have seen information about the new Krypton show coming on TV. So who knows? Maybe this has some interesting stuff that shoots up in value. That's the neat thing about some of these old hidden things. You never know when you're going to find a treasure in there. Speaking of treasures, Rob Liefeld. Oh man. I can look at his stuff for hours, and probably not for good reasons, but I love some of this. Just check that out. Oh, look at these proportions. Look at what's going on in there. I'm not going to take you through it. There are much better send-ups of his art, but it is a marvel to look at this. This is X-Force number 6, so right out the gate with X-Force as he fights a pterodactyl, who I thought might have been Sauron from the earlier Uncanny X-Men, but wasn't, not to the best of my knowledge. I'll show you right here. It does feature the cable guides. So we'll show you that. We'll show you the corners here. Check those out. Flip it on over, and who remembers that game? That was a fun one right there. Tiger Electronics, the leader in handheld games back in the day. Long before you had the, well, you had a Game Boy, you had even the Sphinx might have been operating then, but still fun stuff. Youngblood, strike file number 1 right here. Some more Jim Lee, Liefeld, going strong. Nothing particularly awful about this art. This is actually pretty good. The typical pouches as you see them. I'm sitting here at an angle, so it's a little bit tough to see, but all around, that's not too bad. Considering some of the criticisms of his art in the past, this is downright Renoir going on there. We'll show you the back. This is a flip book. This piece of art, I'll let it speak for itself. There you go. So 2 sides, you're getting 2 covers for the price of 1. This will be available, of course, in our upcoming auction at TheBigToyAuction.com. You can go over and check that information out right now on our website or via the link in file. There you go, Youngblood strike file number 5. What is going on there? Of course, Badrock, possibly, who knows? Looks like we just started with a circle and drew whatever came to mind. I won't complain too much, as Badrock is not, to the best of my knowledge, a human. So it's okay that he doesn't have anything even approximating human anatomy there. In Liefeld's defense, I do have, as one of my screensavers, his iconic Captain America cover. I look and marvel at that every day. And there you go. That's going to be the back of it. So that's some more image stuff. We're going to move back here to DC with some Batgirl, number 70. How can you go wrong there? This one brings back Mrs. Freeze, I suppose. The little bit of early fridging going on there, of course, in the original Mr. Freeze tale. But it's nice to see they're bringing her back. Let's see where that goes. All right, let's see if we can find that. Nope, we can't. All right, so I'm just going to wing it here. Unless that'll do it. Nope. All right, so that's Batgirl for you, number 70. I'm going to show you a little bit of the details. See if we can brighten that for you. See the spine. There's the corners. A little bit of wear. Flip it over. A couple of shots right there. Before moving on to our next in the Batgirl series, this is number 71, Night of the Hunters. As you see it right there. We'll brighten it a little bit, get you a little bit of a flash on it, as we do for our catalog anyway. And we'll start to show you. You can see spine, corners here. All around, a pretty good looking book. Somebody's going to be happy to own it, I think. Let's just see if we can expand the box a little bit. I don't know if I can. Give me 1 second, and while I do that, I'll at least give you something nice to look at, which is the cover of Batgirl number 72. Blood Brother. All right, now this may not work the way I'd like it to. All right, not particularly much better. It might give you just a little bit more area in the box so you can see what's going on. Even though it's smaller, you might be able to see more detail that way. So there we go. This is Batgirl number 72. This time, same creative team, mostly. Back from 2005. Now we got black on black here, so let's see if we can really make it shine with the light. go. And it looks pretty good. Show you the back of it here. Before we move on to a cover that I really, really like. Right here. It evokes memories of the old horror classics, Terror in the Third Dimension, Batgirl and Supergirl. This is Batgirl number 14. Just like the Brave and the Bold team-ups, you have Batgirl and Supergirl teaming up here. Brian Miller, Trevor Scott. This one looking pretty nice. We'll show you that spine. We'll show you the corners. Same over here, if I can get you that corner. Good. We'll show you the back of what we got going on here. See what that does for you. Okay, and focus in on it. We got it. And that's going to do it for that. That's a nice book right there. Hopefully somebody's going to get hold of it. Well, somebody will. Somebody will get that one, take it home, give it a nice new home. Hopefully one of you Batgirl fans or Supergirl fans. Good piece to read. As we get our next book ready here, this is Batgirl number 2 from DC Comics. Under the New 52 line. Gail Simone doing the writing duties on this one. Great looking cover right there. Obviously the New 52. We're going to show you everything you need to know right there. Good. Looking good right there. And that's going to do it. We'll flip it over so you can see some of that. Hey, who remembers the Cosmos series? Brian Greene obviously took the original Cosmos and moved ahead with it. So that's a pretty neat looking series right there. And we'll move on to some old school stuff, some Captain Atom. If you like Captain Atom, you're going to love this. This is number 32. Bates and Wiseman on the team again. Nice thing about these white covers is they make it pretty easy to see any flaws. Don't see any glaring issues with this. So a pretty good book. Some radical action for you there. Mega Man 2. Let's get it focused in on here. We'll get a couple of shots. Before we move on to even more Captain Atom here for you. With number 35. Same team. New Adventures of Captain Atom. Silver Shield. Get a couple more shots of that. Great book, especially for you 80s fans. No rumors that I've heard of anything anything Captain Atom related coming down the DC cinematic pike. But you never know. And fantastic game right here. The TurboGrafx 16, one of my all-time favorites. Did not have this myself, but a friend did, and we played the heck out of that system. Things like Altered Beast and Bonk, I believe, was for the TurboGrafx 16. Fantastic system, much maligned. If you have an opportunity to get one, pick one up cheap at a yard sale or something like that, by all means, do so. The NEC folks really outdid themselves with that game. All right, Captain Atom number 41. And of course, if you're looking to sell a game like that at one of our next toy auctions, we do a lot of video game type stuff as well. We'll be happy to work with you. Any kind of console pieces, any kind of older games. We love selling those. So give us a call, send us an email. We'll be happy to set that up for you. Captain Atom number 41 right here. Kind of a weird, surreal book. Had almost a Kirby feel to it. Not quite, but along those lines. That weird kind of acid trip feel. Yeah, I'll show you Everything you need to know on the front cover. Not too much you need to know about that back cover. But it's there just for the sake of completion as we move on to Captain Atom number 2. Showing off his feats of strength. Right there as we show that. There's the spine, the corners. All around looking pretty good. Check out the back of it with Viper. Not familiar at all with this game. If somebody out there has played it and enjoyed it, please comment. Leave something in the comment section. We'll try to seek it out, see what we can find out about it. Who knows? Maybe get it in an upcoming auction. Fun. All right, Captain Atom Annual, same creative team as the regular book. Just do an extra duty to put out an annual in the made-up country. There, okay, we got that. This is annual number 2 from Captain Atom. I have not seen myself much of the DC Universe movies. Jump at the shot to see a Firestorm piece. And wouldn't too much mind a Captain Atom movie either. Let's get a shot of the back of this before we move on. 2. Some Cerebus. Cerebus the Aardvark. You know what? We're going to move away the black background right for this, as would make sense because all these books have a cover, and I want you to be able to see the edges, see how crisp or not crisp, if there's any damage or anything like that. So we'll move that away so we get a little bit of a higher contrast for you. This is High Society number 21, a reprint of Cerebus number 46. Went through and did some of the more famous storylines. It is, of course, black and white. A quick little intro at the beginning here. And some character sketches, notebooks, etc. And, of course, notes from the publisher. Nothing on the back, and I don't know if there is anything on the back of any of these. I know in the Cerebus Biweekly. Look at that. So that's washed out. That's not the photo we're going to use, but it's washed out enough so that you can see any kind of issues with the back cover. So I like that. Let me show you the front. Not sure if I did, and if I didn't, we'll do it again. Can't hurt. So you see just a little bit of wear on the edges, like right up there. But that's to be expected with a book of this age. We'll move on here to High Society, number 22, next in the series. Obviously picking up right where the last one left off with a Cerebus number 47 reprint. Focus on a little bit more right there. We'll get the shot. Let me move this up in the box for you. We've got it good in the catalog, but I want you to be able to see it live audience. The reason we do this for our live audience is so you can see more of this type of thing. I can make the most beautiful shot you've ever seen for the catalog, but I want it to be as realistic. So a little bit of a dings right here in the corners. We want it to show exactly as you're going to see it. So a little bit of creasing on the spine, but no spine roll. Oh, we lost focus. There we go. We're back in. So we like to be able to do that for you. That's why we do these live videos. We hope you enjoy those. As we move on here to High Society number 23. This will give you an idea. We're on number 48 of the original, reprinted here in all its glory. It's black and white goodness. As we show you our favorite barbarian aardvark. Okay, so you can see A little bit of a crease on that corner. Make sure I get it for you. And as we go through these, there are times where we're going to be pushing through about 4,000 comic books in this way for you. Let me show you the back. So if I should miss something, we go out of our way to make sure you can at least see it, but sometimes I'm a little too close, and I may miss something. If you see a giant gash right here, and I don't see it because of my own gloves, let us know. Please leave a message in the comments. So, for example, I'm not sure what that is right there. If I missed that, please let us know so I can make a mark of it, a note of it, and other people will be aware before they go and bid on it. But otherwise, we do our best to show you exactly everything you're going to be bidding on, and that is what you're bidding on with Cerebus High Society number 23. As we move on here to number 24. Second verse, same as the first here as we move on. Number 49, a reprint of the original Cerebus, number 49. Fun little book right there. I'll show you everything you need to know. Get some light on it. Ooh, that's pretty. So a little bit of, looks like what happened was it fell in the box. Anybody with a short box of comic books has seen it happen one time or another. You get a little bit of spine roll from it falling low in the box. Means our previous owner, our consignor, didn't use a divider. We recommend that you do. But once you own it, it's yours. It's your collection. It's nice if you plan on passing it on to anyone. It's protected. As long as it's yours, you own it, you should do with it what you enjoy. All right, and again, you can see some fingerprints, it looks like, on this book. That's why we wear the gloves right here. It makes it a pain to handle these books. I'll tell you that right now. But it keeps us from getting any more fingerprints than what our consignor has already brought us. Of course, after enough time, what happens is the oils, the residues, etc. on your hand, not only do they sometimes leave marks like this, which this can actually be buffed out. I won't do it. Some people enjoy that, just like they enjoy patina on old antiques. So we won't do it here for you. We can make these look super spiffy for you. But we like to give them exactly in the raw condition that they came. High Society number 25, reprinting big old number 50. There you go. But additionally, in time, sometimes the oils and greases and debris on your fingers can get on the bags, on the inside of the bags, on the books themselves, and start to cause acid to destroy your books. We certainly don't want that, so that's why we wear the gloves. Protect your items before they become yours. It just makes it hard to handle the book sometimes. So if there's a delay, a stutter, a pause in these videos, I apologize. That's almost always what it is. It's us trying to get the next book ready. Especially if I am without any kind of assistance that day to feed us the books, make the process be a little bit easier. All right, so we're going to move from that. We're going to bring back the our previous mat. Or maybe we won't. Do this real quick. As we move on to Cerebus Jam, kind of a Dark Horse Presents kind of idea. Free for all bit right there. You don't see this come up too often, unlike the other stories which get reprinted in the phone books, etc. This is Cerebus Jam number 1. Nice piece right here. You can take a look through it. This is also something we can't do for you. There's a little bit of Will Eisner doing some of the work. This is something we can't do for you. A little Popeye spoof. When we just show you the front and back in the catalog. But with the video, we get a chance to show it to you. So we hope you like it. All right, so that's the front of it. Let's refocus. Show you Pretty good condition for its age. Don't see any major creasing or spine wear. Check out the corners. They're hard to see black and white like that. I don't see anything. Again, if you do, please call us out. Please let us know, because if there's something I skip over, I rely on you to let us know and let our bidders know. You certainly don't want the first time you find out about a flaw, not that there appear to be any, but the first time that you find out is when you get it in the mail, take the time to unpack it, and find out. All right, Green Lantern, Secret Origin number 29. Not sure what the distribution on this book was, but I imagine not so much of a secret. Read any Green Lantern? You also know it's not a secret. That's what his origin is, but nevertheless, they made this book. Looks to be a little bit of an issue right there. Minor one, but it shows. In the light, still will display super well. Ding on that corner. Even smaller ding on that corner, but they are there. I'll let you know. You can check that out right there. Sweetheart's Rope. That sounds terrible. I'm sure it was, although I would certainly eat it. Here we go. Green Lantern number 30. Or Secret Origins, rather. I'm sorry, this is a Green Lantern book. It's just labeled as Secret Origins. We do have some more Secret Origins coming up either in this auction or the next one. And that's number 30 here. Jeff Johns. We got Reese and Albert. Let me refocus. Get a couple of shots of this for the catalog. And you can see almost like that kind of romance novel looking cover on it. Okay. Camera does not want to focus there, does it? There it goes. We considered switching over to a document camera for a little while for these, but as good as they are and enjoyable as they are to use, they just don't offer quite the resolution. We're going to stick with this method for a little while for 13 megapixels. If we think we can offer you the same quality in 5 or 8 megapixels, we will. Probably it's overkill what we're doing, but again, I want you to see everything right there. Green Lantern number 57, Brightest Days, volume 4, if I'm not mistaken. Don't have the notes in front of me, so we'll have to take a guess. From the Brightest Day series, back about 8 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of goodies going on in this one. Check them out. All ready to do some kind of combat. Should be a fun one. I won't spoil it for you. A little bit of wear right there. I won't spoil it for you. Some lucky bidder, or some determined bidder, I might say, is going to get hold of this one. I'm going to enjoy the heck out of it. So there you go. That's the Green Lantern for you right there. And we move on to Emerald Warriors. Number 3, Tomasi, Sarin, Smith. All doing some work on that one. Finding what looks like Ganesh, but is obviously a Blue Lantern. That guy looking pretty angry. You can read us to find out why. And we'll get you a couple of shots of everything we got going on right there. Now, growing up reading comic books, there was the Green Lanterns. Guy Gardner was fairly new to the scene. John Stewart would come along just a little bit later. That was also pretty enjoyable. And everybody still lived on Oa and had a good time. Things have changed. We've got 1,000 lanterns now of all different types, colors. We've got red lanterns, we've got Sinestro Corps, yellow lanterns, white lanterns, every kind of lantern imaginable. And if you enjoy the stories that they're able to tell, then that's great. All right, Emerald Emerald Warriors, Green Lantern Emerald Warriors #1. These might have gone out of order from the catalog, but that's okay. Let's refocus on them. Angry guy right there. It's kind of like Kilowog in the back. I don't think that it is. I can't tell from this angle. Oh, let's get the full story. The corners, okay. Right there. And get a couple of shots of the back here real quick. Crooked, but that's okay. Fix it in post, as they say. Check this out. Too many rings. Lots of goodies for you right there. Looks to be a fun little story in Green Lantern Corps number 23. June of 08, 10-year-old book right here. Still looking pretty fantastic. Part of the Countdown series. Don't see any major calamities anywhere on the cover. As always, we show you the corners, we show you the spine, show you the edges, just so you can get an idea. Ninja Gaiden, oh man, love that game. Never played this particular version of it, but the original is fantastic. One of my all-time favorites. Hard to control. The ninjas jump. Got a little bit weird, kind of like in Russian Attack of Konami. Took a little while to get used to that jump, but once you do, oh, great game. And I think this is going to do it for us. We're going to finish out here with Green Lantern Emerald Warriors. Check it out. You got Batman. You got Guy Gardner. You got a police line. Oh, sorry, not a police line, a Green Lantern Corps line. Looking good right there. Some of the same creative team there on it. Let's get a couple of brighter shots. And I'm going to show you the cover here right away. There's the spine. Show you the corners. And we'll flip it over to Deadpool cosplaying as Green Lantern right there. I think there's no better way to go out than that. Folks, we want to thank you for coming on in. We hope you enjoyed going through this little backstage. As we said, right down here, you can check out TheBigToyAuction.com. You can see what we've got coming on up in our next auction. We're going to have all of these available for you. The preview is available right now, as well as inspection and pre-registration. Always free to pre-register. We just need to know who you are so we can get your books to you. Shipping is exact, so whatever it costs us is what it costs you to ship. Usually we can do it in a flat rate if you get a whole bunch, or we can go down to not media mail. They won't let us ship media mail, but we can do it parcel post, etc. So we do our best to get this to you. We're going to be going through these fast and furious. Because we've described all the books right here, during the live auction, we can just go pop, 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 30, 40, 50, and that's it. So we look forward to seeing you. Thanks again. If you have any questions, comments, please contact me. If you have items you'd like to sell, send us a message through the system, or you can send an email at admin@TheBigToyAuction.com or through our website. You can always contact us multiple ways. Usually phone is the worst because we're doing videos like this. We're out on site doing an auction. It's tough to do an auction when you're on the phone. But otherwise, give us a message. We'll be happy to take your items, your toys, comic books, jewelry, memorabilia, any kind of ephemera. Military has been doing great. And of course, World War II items sell like hotcakes. So any of those kind of items we'd be happy to take for you into our gallery, get them photographed, get them marketed, do everything right for you, and get you some money for them. So contact us if you'd like to do that. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing every one of you getting some of these comic books and hopefully passing them along, enjoying them, and reading them, and whatever else you're going to do. Thanks again, folks, and we look forward to seeing you at the auction.